down the left side. The 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Hurricanes. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
Offense slips the running back out of the backfield. Nobody decides to cover him. My man makes the play. Shows off the hands first. Got to make the catch first. Does the rest. Walks in the end zone for the touchdown.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. Bangs it through for an extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the final 53 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. Fielded in the end zone. It's Singleton. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
And you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Dropping back, it's Allard. He's moving out of the pocket. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. He's taking the shot. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. Trying play action. Trying to get to him. Forced out of the pocket. He's open on the right. That's where they'll mark him down, but what a play there to pick up a first down.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
They're trying to get to him. And he just chucks it into the 4th row. The Nittany Lions want to move quickly. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Wide receiver shows motion. They'll run it from the gun. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete as time has expired here in the first quarter. This offense has already converted once on 4th down. Can they do it again? The DBs will back off a bit. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Finds his man enough for the first. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Looking to go up top on first down. A shot toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Nittany Lions! Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Comes that Miami offense back onto the field. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. They'll throw it on first down. Pocket starts to collapse. At the 35, he's got room. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
Fantastic job there buying time and then using his speed to go get a huge chunk play. And you saw on defense a lot of people in the back end with their heads turned around chasing receivers. It's dangerous. You want to play man coverage. You don't want to keep your eyes on the quarterback. You're going to pay for it. You saw it right there.
Give to the running back. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
He leaves it with the back. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
Using the quick game. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. And the Canes will line it up on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. To the air, it's Ward. Fires to the wideout. He's got it.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
And backed up, 1st and goal. This defense fighting to hold the lead and carry it to the locker room. They'll try to get it in with the run. And the defense stuffs the run, and the ball will remain at the 2.
And just a great job by the defense being snapped. right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Hard-hitting tackle. How many chances can you afford to waste in the red zone? They've already been stopped twice. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Miami!
And I love that this offense stuck to it. Stuck to the run game. Didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
The AT unit on the field. Right down the middle. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. The offense lining up for a first down play. To the air. It's Aller. Going up top. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. On second down, looking again to throw. Takes his shot. It's caught downfield. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. He's looking to throw it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Nittany Lions racing to the line in the hurry-up. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Coming after it. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. He's got his man. He just didn't have a chance to get loose and make his way to that first down marker.
And I think fans get upset sometimes, like run your route past the sticks so we get the first down, but nice job by the defense understanding where the sticks were and forcing the 4th down.
The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
Fires left, and that pass intercepted. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
I'll tell you what, defensive players don't always see where the ball is. They see the receiver and they get to chase him. A really good job seeing where the receiver is, going and making an interception, making a big play, getting the ball back to your offense.
Crosses the 35. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Inside the 35. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And that'll do it here in the second quarter. Halftime has arrived, and we head to the studio. And the Nittany Lions will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Fair catch called for and made. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. And the Canes headed quickly to the line. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. Offense in the hurry-up.
Hard-earned yards, man. You got to get these first downs any way you can. Sometimes it's not going to be easy, and you can't just do it conventionally, handing it off. This offense is going to have to be creative. Football's a game of inches, and you just got to find the angles to give yourself an advantage. That creative play call right there really helped them.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Power football with the run. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Now facing a 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Ward. It's complete to the left. This is the absolute right call. They're going for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Steps away. Fires on the move. And the pass is intercepted. At the 35, he's open. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception.
When you get that quarterback and he starts to leak outside the pocket like that and roll, you roll with him. Those linebackers are supposed to move and shift with them, start to take away the field towards the sideline, because think about it, he's not going to throw back across his body.
Touchdown, Penn State! And that one will give him the lead.
One of the the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch. They've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after the pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw in this drive.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Quarterback will audible. Looking downfield, it's Ward. Shoots it to the left. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Well, this is huge for this defense because they're playing against a Heisman-caliber quarterback, a guy that can hurt them in a variety of ways. They better be able to get pressure on him throughout the course of this game. They did right there.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Grabs it up to 25 in stride. Touchdown, Canes! And once he got loose, it was all over. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
And if you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
And the point after is good. After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Fires downfield. And it's picked off. He couldn't quite get loose on that return. He'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35.
Well, the defense is feeling it now, right? 2 picks in 2 straight drives. Their guys have been all over the field making plays when the ball's in the air. D coordinator's got to love that.
Getting deep in the 3rd quarter here. Clock stopped with a minute and a half to go. They'll try the run. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Canes come to the line in the hurry up. Quarterback checking off. Back to pass, it's Ward. Getting some heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
Fires toward the end zone. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
The offense failed to convert on fourth down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. That's reeled in. It's George. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
On the ground, it's Singleton. Some belief in that running game as they pick up 5 to the 35-yard line.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple of carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Line getting set on second down. To the air, it's Aller. Gonna take a shot. Makes the catch. And he'll go out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they've got it right on the doorstep. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Pushes toward the goal line. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! They've got the lead here in the fourth.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Running back goes in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. And the Hurricanes want to pick up the tempo. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He gets it all the way out to the 19-yard line. They pick up a 6.
Listen, they didn't get the huge play off of that, but I love the ability to show that and be able to show plays off of that jet motion and just show them you're willing to complete it. But, you know, get those little chunks at a time. It doesn't have to always be a home run. It's still a successful play.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. What a big play this one could be. Tight game, getting late, third and long coming up. Wants to throw. It's Ward. Looking down the middle. And that ball is picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Plows ahead for a pickup of 4 down to the 14.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Clock continues to run, and they'll be happy to wind it all the way down before they snap it. Running back searching for a hole. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Fast motion from the offense. They'll turn to the jet sweep to try to convert. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Penn State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. That's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
From inside his own 15, looking for room. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity?
Off he goes. He's inside the 40. He's at the 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Hurricanes. Well, we wondered exactly where the momentum was, and it looks as if Uncle Mo might have switched sidelines and switched families.
And momentum is such a big thing. It's such a real part of college football, isn't it? And you can just feel that right now. It just felt a few minutes ago like this game was over, and all of a sudden, this team, they're believing in themselves. They've got some wind. They've got some hope. Their defense now needs to get the football back to keep that momentum going.
That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Looking to throw, it's Allard. Dumps it to the back. Tosses it incomplete. After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. Big third down play here. If they get a stop, you'll see an immediate timeout. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab down the middle. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that. And here on a critical third down late in the game with the lead, guess who shows up with another big one? That guy.
The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. Early movement on the offense will push them back a bit. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. 1st down here for the offense. The give, and tick, 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 tick. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the 1st down.
You got to be impressed by how you've seen this offense finish in this football game. They've been scoring points in the fourth quarter, just got a touchdown on their last drive, and there they rip off a big run. They are not letting off the gas pedal right now, and as a coach, you love to see that.
This one was a lot like a tennis match, back and forth, up and down, and they just couldn't quite score enough and get the key stop to get the win.
And defenses have changed, right? It's not about limiting to low points anymore, but you got to find ways to create turnovers and get that ball back to your offense so they can do their damage. Defense just needed to create a few more opportunities.
I think it just came down to individual effort on the defensive side of the football for this team. Somebody needs to step up in big moments in big games and make the play to win. We didn't see it happen today.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.